Hi, and welcome to the first ever vlog. My name's Shirley, and I'm a writer. I just wanted to get started in vlogging and connecting with other writers, connecting with other book lovers, and just connecting to whoever this resonates with and just kind of want to follow me on my journey. So, yeah, as I was saying, I'm a writer. Let me just start from the beginning. I've been writing since I was 6 years old. So I was writing like journaling and in my diary back in the day when you had a lock on it, which I'm sure they do still have locks. But it was just something I did. I always loved writing. I was writing when at a point when you are not even spelling any words right, but just would kind of like figure out like that's how it's spelled, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I was doing that, started off there. And then around 14, 15, I started writing poems. And up until now, I've still been writing poems. And then just a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, stories started coming to my mind. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is new. I never was one of those people who had stories in my head or formulating. I don't think I ever tapped in or was creative that way. But it was all good because the stories came into my head and I automatically understood that, oh, okay, I'm definitely channeling or this is tuning into something. And I was like, okay, let me just write down and see where it goes. And I ended up writing a book called Black Sheep that's available on Amazon. And yeah, I'm very proud of that book. It's actually going to be a series. And just right now, I've only written the first series, but that there's just been so many other stories that have come to my head, into my mind. So I'm really excited for that. I just really, at this moment, I work full time. I'm a mom and just life being busy. I haven't really honed in on that. I haven't had enough, like, found time to really just sit and write. Like, I have written another book that's only about 40 pages in, which is pretty pathetic because I started writing it in January and I was kind of dedicated to writing it so much every weekend. And then for the past month and a half now, I've really kind of just stopped writing. And it's not so much where I'm just like not getting back to it, just kind of life, been busy. I did also as well start a podcast about in May called Black Sheeps because I'm the black sheep of the family. So I started this podcast, which was on my mind for a year and finally just went for it. It's very new in stages in the podcast, so I only have about 2 episodes in. But I'll link it in the bio if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I've been busy with that, and then releasing my new book on Amazon in April. So I've just been really busy. So I do want to get back to writing, and I also, this book, I don't want to stop writing it. It's just busy, like I said, doing all kind of different ventures. A little putting too much in my hands. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm a person who likes to be busy. I don't know how to work. Like, I don't know how to be still. So I'm working full time. I'm a mom. I'm starting a podcast. I'm writing. I'm writing another book. It's just, that's my norm. I don't know how to be still, which I know you have to be still sometimes. I don't know how to do that. So I'm working on that as well. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with the book. And I do want to continue it, but at the same time, I don't because it's a personal book, and I kind of have to go. Not kind of. I have to go deep. Being a writer, you have to go deep, and I think that is my thing. I don't want to go deep, and there's no excuses because that's where this book has to go that I started. It's just that I think I'm procrastinating on it and I don't want to go deep. That's why I've kind of been busy with other things, not focusing on that. But I'll get back to it. I also do need to read it back because I have not read it back. I've just written. And usually after a chapter or a few chapters, I will read what I wrote because sometimes my brain moves so fast and then what I wrote doesn't make sense. Like I'll skip an adjective, a verb, or whatever, or I'll do the spelling wrong because my brain's just, I'm like typing so fast. So Yeah, so I definitely want to read back and see if it makes any sense. But also, I was like, kind of like, does the character sound narcissistic? Because I was thinking it did. Because in my head, I was like, I don't know. But if I read it back, maybe it'll be good. But I also want to get somebody else to look at it too, to get their opinion on it. Because maybe I'm just all in my head about it. Because sometimes I am like that. But yeah, so there's that. And then also, I do want to, like I was saying, I write poems and I do want to come out with a book of poems as well. Want to release that. That might be my next venture before finishing up this book and then starting the second series of Black Sheeps. So I have a lot of things I want to do. I just wish I had more time to focus on my writing because, like I said, I work full time. And with that job, my previous job, I had a lot of time to kind of just work, but also had a lot of free time where I could do a lot of my editing and writing and all that stuff. Now I don't have time to do that really, but I'll figure it out. Summer's here. I'll figure it out. Maybe I can dedicate, stay up at night or whatever, a few hours and do that. But that's that. But yeah, there's this poem I wrote when I was probably about 14, and it was called Running. It was in my old journal book, my old poem book that I had from 14 to 22. And then around the lines, something happened and I kind of lost it. So it's through the years, it's always resonated with me. So I kind of want to rewrite that poem. I kind of have it in memory, some of it, and it's just a deep poem that I wrote at that age, and it always resonated. And it's just kind of like, it was about paths of life, like picking a path and not knowing which way to go. And I always thought, like, wow, that was really deep for a 14-year-old to be thinking like that. But who knows? Maybe I was just deep. And yeah, but that's the one thing about my writing. It's crazy. Like, I may seem like very happy and bubbly, which I am, but when I write, it's kind of dark. So I'm just like, oh, maybe there's something I'm not really, don't know what that's about, but never really figured that out. But I think it's pretty cool that it can get like that. But yeah, so I definitely want to rewrite that poem for sure. Also, that's something I want to do on this channel is share my poems and my writing and everything like that. Kind of get what you think, all of you think about that. Like if it's good, if it's like needs work or it's all right. Honesty is the best policy with me because I want to know. I want to grow as a writer. I don't want to just stand, be at a still, not progressing in any way. Like nobody wants to do that with anything. You want to progress. So yeah, so I'm really so excited about all of that I have going on and that I'm doing. I did record this video earlier today. I did it in my car. And I did it on my phone, which I did not want to do on my phone, but everybody in the house was awake and I wanted peace and quiet to do it. So I went outside and it was raining. It was nice. The windows and everything was really nice. Probably had a nice rain atmosphere effect. Probably could hear it and everything. But unfortunately, I had to I couldn't upload it because my phone didn't have space in it. And I didn't even want to do it on my phone in the first place. So I was just kind of like, well, I'll just record it again. I'm not dealing with that BS. So that's what I did. I'm recording it again in my living room, doing it. Pretty flowers, ambiance, and everything. So it worked out. I think this is better this way because it was in my car and angles and everything. But now it's like nice and spacious and you can see me fuller and full effect, lighting, all of that. Back to the poem thing, but yeah, with me with poems, I have to write it when I'm in the moment. If a poem comes to me, I have to like go somewhere and write it. That's when you get you for me at least, that's when I get my best poems. If I go back to the poem and like try to write it, it never comes out the same. It's very blah, or I don't finish it because I'll be like, oh, well, that moment has passed. And it's just never good after the moment's passed. And it's just when you're in the moment. And there are times when I'm working or I'm doing something and a poem will come to me. And it's just like, you can't go back to it. When that feeling comes, it comes. I had one time at 3 a.m., I had a poem come to me And I couldn't sleep. I think I was already up anyways, and I ended up writing it down. It's one of the best poems I ever wrote. One of the best poems. It was a good poem. It was called like Keys. I think I called it Keys. It was just really good. Proud of that poem. It was one of the best poems, I'm telling you, that I ever wrote. Um, Hopefully I'm not all over the place in this video because I kind of talk in circles, or I just start one subject, go on to another subject. It's just kind of how I am and how I write and everything, talk. So hopefully it wasn't too all over the place. You can let me know what you think and how it is. But yeah, I wanted to do this video just to kind of introduce myself and let you know that I do plan on doing a video once a week, kind of giving you a journey on my writing and everything and what's going on, what I've continued and what I didn't do this week. But I'm definitely going to be writing for sure, reading back what I have worked on so far, which I am excited to be doing. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself so you guys know me, that I'm here, and that I will be doing a vlog every week. And you can let me know what you want to see as well. I'm very open to hearing what you feel and what you think and what you want to hear and see. If you have any questions for me as well. And definitely check out my book on Amazon. I'll be adding the link in my bio. And this is what my book looks like, Black Sheeps. So this is it right here. Black Sheeps, if you can see. Hopefully the glare is not too much. It's probably coming on backwards for you guys, but it's my book. I'll have it in the bio. Definitely want to check this out. There it is, my nice and hard work. It doesn't have that book smell. I don't know, but I was like one of the first things I did was smell the book, and it didn't have the book smell, but that's okay. Nothing like flipping a page and hearing that nice sound of the book, you know what I mean? And I'm not one of those people who like to bend pages. I like a good bookmark or whatever I can find to use in between the pages. But yeah, so I'll have the link in the bio and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, like I said, introduce myself, and hopefully we definitely will. I shouldn't even say hopefully. We definitely will be talking and meeting and greeting and chatting and any questions you have weekly. I will be posting a video weekly. I haven't decided on which day yet, but